Welcome back to the Star X podcast, where we're solving for sci-fi. My name is Mike,
My name is Janae.
and right now X equals...
Gate.
That's right. This is a sci-fi rewatch podcast where right now we are currently working our way through Stargate SG-1. And
Yes.
this episode is episode 8 called
This one's called Brief Candle.
Brief Candle. Candle. See, I can't do it.
You did it okay.
Yeah, well. Anyway, so this one aired on August 19th, 1997, and it was written by Stephen Barnes, which they have story credit by Stephen Barnes and Catherine Powers. And then also, of course, character credits by Dean and Roland. So we talked about Catherine Powers previously. I remember she wrote Emancipation.
Mm-hmm. She's written a bunch of them.
So she has, and I don't think I really gave her the due respect she deserves. I looked at her IMDb, and man, she has written a lot.
Oh, cool.
She wrote a lot. She's not with us any longer. She passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh, that's too bad.
But yeah, I mean, she wrote a bunch of Stargate, Star Trek.
Oh, cool.
She was like all over the place. She wrote all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, shout out to Catherine Powers.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
We'll see more. I know I think she wrote like 15 episodes of SG-1. So she'll come up again.
Okay.
I think she actually wrote the next episode too. So I'm pretty sure Thor's Hammer.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. But this one was
a good one.
Yeah.
I have to say this one is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I've always liked it.
This one is a really good one.
Yeah.
I know I was going to get to initial thoughts, but we might as well just say that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
This was a good one. And it was directed by Mario Azzopardi. So just to kind of put a capper off on the beginning part. Let's do guest cast real quick. Guest cast, we got Bobby Phillips is Cynthia, and Harrison Coe is Alikos, and Gabriel Miller is Thetis. I think it's Thetis.
Thetis or Thetis.
Thetis, yeah. And then that's pretty much all they have listed here.
And of course, they have Dr. Janet Fraser back this episode.
Yeah, Terrell Rothery's back as Dr. Fraser. So I kind of count her as
she is, but
as a reg.
It's worth mentioning.
Yeah, well, we like her a lot.
We like her.
Yeah, she's a good character. Yeah, and then of course we got all the normies are here too, including Donna Davis as
General Hammond.
General Hammond. And are you telling me that blah blah blah? He's really good at that.
Yeah.
Doing the are you telling me? I better get the president on the phone. That kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway. So initial thoughts. This is a really good episode. I kind of hadn't remembered too much about it. I do remember the broad strokes. And you had said, well, I really like this one. But I didn't really, and then we watched it and I was like, wow, this actually is a really good episode.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
It always draws me in.
Yeah.
The story, everything, what happens to O'Neill and them trying to figure it out. And it's a good one.
I was taking notes as we were sort of watching it, just trying to look at things we could talk about in between, and which I always do.
Mm-hmm.
But this one I had a hard time with doing both. I kept getting like sucked in so much that I was like, I still got plenty of notes, but I still kind of had, this one was kind of hard to.
It's keeping your attention.
It was really keeping my attention.
Yeah.
Which, doesn't always happen with these.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we should also say too, like these summaries that we're making are, I'm getting them from ChatGPT. I'm using ChatGPT to kind of like summarize the episodes. So when we're reading them, and I had it throw in some jokes this time.
Yeah. So it's funny to see what it comes up with.
Yeah. To see, so that's sometimes I did that on the last episode too. But But it is a good way to kind of get a quick summary that we can just sort of read through without. So I guess that's, even though I'm not like the AI has its ups and downs, but this is definitely something that makes doing a podcast like this easier.
Right.
So, yeah. So, well, should we get into the summary?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
SG-1 steps through the Stargate and immediately walks into what looks like a low-budget Greek vacation brochure.
See, we're already getting to the comedy.
It sounds like your humor, your comedy.
Well,
it totally does.
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, I wish I could take credit for it, but
anyway, okay.
Yeah. So low-budget Greek
vacation brochure, togas, temples, and a guy praying to a statue like it's going to Venmo him blessings. Before they can question the decor, they end up helping deliver a baby because apparently Daniel Jackson's resume includes part-time space archaeologist and part-time midwife.
So this is all as chat GPT comedy.
Yeah, they're stand-up comedian here.
Yeah. It's funny because I have used it a lot just to kind of create these summaries, but it didn't really start trying to make things funny till I actually said throw in a couple zingers, and then this time I feel like it even.
And I remember it last time because you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
The last episode, and I was like, "Wait a minute, did you write this summary?" Because it seemed different than the other ones.
Well, that's why I was kind of laughing because
it caught me by surprise.
Yeah. So anyway, so I can't take credit for the writing of these, but hey, I mean, it's funny.
It's working.
It's working. At least Anyway, I do proofread it and make a little note here or change things up a little bit here and there. I've taken out actually a couple things that were a little too lame. So I am editing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I did think it was funny how like the first they come walking through the gate and the first thing they're dealing with is like a lady going into labor and they all look at Sam.
I know. Like, well, you're a woman.
Yeah. And she's
do something.
Like what? I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I've never delivered a baby. I've never had a baby.
That was really funny.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. And then it just jumps to Daniel doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently he's had midwifery experience.
It's a little bit. I like how she's like, how many babies have you delivered? He's like, 2, including this one.
Yeah. And I was thinking, like, it would have been kind of easy to just throw in, well, on Abydos, it was like having babies was like a village effort or something. So I got experience doing it that way.
That could have been
that's how I would have written it.
Yeah, it could have been a good little plot point.
Yeah,
but...
I mean, because he was on Abydos for a while, so I'm sure there would have been more than 1 or 2 kids born.
Yeah,
at that time, and they are.
I mean, he was there for just a year.
Was it only a year?
I think so.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, but I mean, still.
Yeah. It could have. Yeah.
Yeah.
There could have been a couple.
I'm just saying that's not what happened.
Yeah.
But, that would have been, I think, a good plot addition. Mm-hmm. Maybe Catherine Powers looking down on us saying, yeah, that would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
Anyway. And then they get through that and then they're out they're like kind of hanging out outside.
Yeah, well, the couple takes them out. She's fine now, apparently, and they've got the baby, and so they take them out to meet everybody, basically.
Yeah. And everybody's all just kind of like hanging out in this one area out, like kind of
like the piazza.
Yeah, it was interesting because like the outside set, it kind of looks like they're on like swampland, but then there's like they maybe put up some painted.
Yeah, like a matte.
Like a matte painting in the back or something. I wonder if that's what they did.
Yeah.
Because it didn't look all that awesome.
No.
Like they were by some desert lake or something.
I mean, it was in the 90s and it was a TV show. There wasn't a lot they could do.
Yeah. But he does make that comment about is like looking at all these people and he's like, I guess they don't know the word unattractive or something like that.
They all look young.
Yeah.
Nobody's old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they're taking it in.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
What you have here, the reaction is great to what?
Well, so then the girl gives up and gives the I guess her name is
Cynthia.
Cynthia. She comes up and gives Jack the cake.
Yeah, which looks really good, by the way.
It looked like pretty good cake.
It looked like, like a big, thick sugar cookie or something.
I would have eaten it.
Yeah, I too.
and so then he's like, well, here, try it, trying to share it, and she's like, it's only
like, no,
for
it's
you, and
only
they were
for
like,
you.
oh, it's only for you.
That would be like, you'd think that would be like red flag number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I wouldn't have probably thought anything of it at the time, if I were there, but I thought it was kind of just funny how I would have just assumed it was some weird cultural.
Or like, oh, she likes you. This is like her little offering.
Exactly.
She likes you.
I think
She's got a crush on you.
And I think that's what Daniel's thinking. And so Sam and Daniel, and they're just all kind of like
laughing. I love
even
how
Tilk's like, I think she wants to spend time with.
Yeah, I like how Sam's just laughing.
Yeah.
She just thinks it's hilarious.
Yeah, totally.
But then all of a sudden he's like, you could tell he's starting to sort of start tripping. Or should I go through the next part of it first?
Yeah, go to we'll get to that.
Okay, so everything seems idyllic at first. The people of Argos are beautiful, healthy, and living their best vineyard core lives. There's feasting, dancing, and Jack gets singled out for some special cake by a woman named Cynthia, which in hindsight is never a sentence that ends well. One minute he's enjoying dessert, the next he wakes up like he accidentally speed ran a relationship complete with a surprise marriage. So yeah, what was funny was him eating that cake. And then all of a sudden you can tell he's a little bit starting to trip a little, like he's, he's feeling a little bit like,
Yeah, well, you said I was kind of typing, and you're like, "Oh, it looks like he's tripping balls." That's
he's already tripping balls.
But
I like how he's like, now he's like, it cuts to him, and he's like stuffing his face with the cake, and he's laughing and whatever, and they're just like, "Okay, what's happening?"
Yeah, and then they pick him up and take him over to the whole dancing.
Well, and I thought that was funny how that was how they like kind of. We're like, wait a minute. That to them, that was red flag number 1, I think, to Sam, Daniel, and Tilk.
Because he's tripping balls.
Well, no, that they take him.
Oh, single him out.
They single him out. So they kind of all stand up like, wait, where are you going?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like this. And they, they force them all to kind of sit down and like, watch what's going to happen. It's good. It's all good.
Seriously. It's funny though.
So then she does her little wing dance or cake dance or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Mixture of hula and belly dancing or something.
Doesn't it just seem like so 90s?
It
the whole
totally
thing
does.
Seems so 90s.
It does. Yeah. Very much so.
For young people, they wouldn't really, I mean, for them, it just seems, I don't know. I don't know if they would notice. Maybe to them, it just seems old.
Yeah.
But that whole thing, the whole vibe of it felt 90s.
Yeah, it totally did. Yeah. But yeah, so that was funny. And then he's, tripping even more and does her little dance and takes him away. Do they get up there too? Or are they just kind of like distracted now with the other people?
They're just like sort of distracted. So they take him off and then, cut to waka, waka, waka,
I like when they finish their little business there and everybody starts piling into the room and he's just like, wait a minute, I'm naked here. Like he gets all like, and then everybody goes to sleep.
Talk about professional. That is,
I know.
That is like straight up Captain Kirk shit right there.
Yeah. It is, except he did get drugged. So he kind of was out of it. I don't think he would have just gone in there and done that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Good point. Gives him an excuse.
It totally does. But I love when everybody comes in and falls asleep, and then the rest of them of SG-1 comes in, and their reactions when he's basically naked. Yeah. Like, are you kidding me?
Sam seems a little like,
she's like annoyed. Like, are you kidding me?
She seems like, she seemed annoyed.
Yeah.
But before they even get to that, I think when they take Jackson or when they take O'Neill in take him away into the room, that's when they cut back to Sam and Daniel and they're standing there and they're like, it's like 100 days of
celebration.
and
he
that's
goes,
when oh, there's a squirrel right there. Oh no. Anyway, squirrel outside our
Squirrel.
house.
It's not just for dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's when Daniel says like 100 days like of celebration. I guess we better pace ourselves.
Yeah, you thought that was funny.
That was a good line.
You bust up.
Yeah, it was funny. But yeah, but she did seem kind of annoyed, you know?
Yeah, she was.
And that's got to come back to a little bit to it. She kind of likes him, you know?
Yeah, but I think too, it's not even that. I honestly think it's more like
inappropriate,
like like we are on duty here, you know?
Yeah, it's probably not like straight up jealousy as much as it's just like,
I don't think it's that at all. Yeah.
I think it's just like
seriously?
Yeah.
Do your job, sir.
Yeah, you can't keep it in your pants.
Yeah, keep
your whole job is keeping it in your pants when we go to these places.
But again, he was drugged.
Yeah, plausible deniability. No, whatever that would be. Plausible. He gets a pass.
Yeah,
I guess it's like a hall pass. All
okay,
right.
So moving on.
Yeah.
But then things get weird. At sunset, the entire village just powers down. No warning, no explanation, just a full human shutdown like someone hit sleep mode on the population. Turns out that that's normal here. Less normal, the baby SG-1 delivered is now a full-grown kid the next day because on Argos, people don't age by years, they age by days. Childhood, adulthood, midlife crisis, all wrapped up in about 100 days. It's like life, but on fast forward with no pause button.
I'm trying to be hip.
Yeah.
Hip writing there.
Yeah.
Going for the edgy comedy.
So that's what's interesting about this episode is, you know, I mean, Sam's out doing whatever her little sciencey stuff, and that the lady Thetis comes Thetis.
Yeah.
With what looks like a toddler now, and you know, coming up to say hi, and she's just like, oh yeah, I want to get this to Daniel, you know, and she's just like, give it to him yourself. And she's like, no, the baby. Like, yeah, this is Daniel. And then that's when it just kind of hits them like, oh, something's even like really off here.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, is that Oh, and the other thing that we missed too was when they go to take Jack, he kind of like topples over like he's gonna pass out, you know. And this was like a little bit before that, but that he makes that line where he says, "From now on, we're sticking to rations only."
Well, yeah. This is when they pass out again the next day. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they realize that he's probably been infected. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah. So the whole thing with the kid,
they couldn't figure out if it was because of the food or Sam kind of figures like it's probably the connection with Cynthia, you know, when they had some
waka 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 chicka wow wow. Yeah. Oh yeah. So and then Jack comes, like they all kind of just like wake up, you know, and they're all like in science mode, like, wow, this is total, what's going on, you know, and everything. And then Jack comes stumbling out like he's like totally
hungover.
Yeah.
Not used to, everybody else is fine.
Yeah,
like this is just how we live our lives.
Yeah.
And he's totally hungover.
Yeah. So, okay. And then he kind of starts barking orders like, you know, you guys go like figure out what's going on.
Go to the
this.
temple,
Yeah.
look and see if you can find out more history on this place.
Yeah.
Or what's happening.
Right. And then Sam has to do
Well,
her
it's
thing.
right there when they're sitting there. Or maybe it's a little bit later on when they talk about, when we move on.
Okay. So go ahead. Like Daniel and
Tilk dig into the local religion and discover the truth. Their so-called god, Pelops,
I think it was Pelops,
is actually a Goa'uld who turned the population into a long-term science experiment. Instead of waiting thousands of years to study human evolution, he basically hit the 250 times speed setting. Efficient, sure. Ethical, not even a little. So of course it's a Goa'uld doing experiments on these poor humans.
And it sounds like what they were sort of saying is they were assuming that it might be because the Goa'uld was kind of curious, like how the effects of like rapid aging and that kind of stuff. I think it was somehow studying how humans would be a host, how they would work as a host for
Makes sense.
the Goa'uld.
Yeah.
Because when you're a Goa'uld host, you don't age. You age like a lot slower. In fact, I don't even know if you age at all. Like Apophis is literally like thousands of years old.
Yeah.
if
And
not.
Telk he lives a long time too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Jaffa, they also live a long time. The Goa'ulds
Yeah.
have, when they have a symbiote, it's kind of like a life extender, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
But this is kind of how they figure out?
Well, so they're in there like in the temple talking to the guy, asking him if they have writings. And that guy's like, I don't even know what do you even, like, what is a writing kind of a thing? And then they have the symbols down around the statue. And Daniel recognizes them, but then Tilk's like, yeah, that's like Goa'uld, like writing. And he's like, why didn't you say that? Why didn't you tell me? And he's like, well, you didn't ask, basically. Like,
I'm not here to do your job.
yeah.
Yeah.
And at the same time, they're all like, they're out there. Sam's out there like talking to the lady with the kid, and they're trying to decipher the whole time thing.
Yeah, they're trying to. Yeah, like how is this baby now like a toddler?
Yeah.
And yeah,
And
so that's where. Here, let me read this little part. Meanwhile, Jack realizes he's been infected, likely thanks to his whirlwind cake and consequences. Romance and starts aging rapidly. We're talking gray hair, back pain, and retirement jokes in a matter of days. At one point, he's basically speedrunning the entire AARP membership process. Wow, this is
they're
custom comedy.
They're using the word speedrunning a lot. That's like I think the second time speedrunning showed up on here.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
So yeah, so they kind of start figuring out that the rapid aging, because she says, well, she doesn't even know, Thetis doesn't even know what years is.
Oh, what a year is. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, we go by days.
They live for like 100 days.
Yeah. So then she's like I think Sam or O'Neill was like, well, how old is that kid over there? He looks like he's like a teenager. And she's like,
12.
oh, she's 12 or he's 12.
Right. And they're like, 12. Well, he looks a little older than 12.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, 12 days, Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
Yeah. Like, oh, shit. Because, like, I mean, it's got to be freaking O'Neill out a little bit because he's infected with something.
Yeah. Yeah. And we don't know. We never really find out if it is the cake or if it's the, like you said, or if it's the, sweet action he got with Cynthia. But, and the other thing another note I made is because like this is going to be like wife number 2 for Jack, because he's already been married once. Now this is his second wife. We should keep count of like how many wives he has throughout the series, because this happens.
I only think though it happens one other time.
Well,
I don't think there's more after that.
Well, that's wife number 3 at least.
Yeah.
If not, I don't think they technically got married.
3 then.
Well, we'll see. We're only at 2, but I thought this is like a real. And that time he's not even drugged.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's another wife.
Uh-huh.
If it's not common law wife,
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Jack says, well, our average lifespan is like 60 to 70 years. I'm like, 60 to 70 years? That's pretty. I thought for a human, I thought it would be more like.
Is that cutting you a little deep?
Yeah,
there?
It's cutting me a little deep. 60 to 70 years. I mean, I'm on death's door, man. I mean, not really, but I mean, geez.
Cutting you a little deep there.
Yeah, cut me a little deep. It's like I'm more than halfway
It's nothing
over.
I have to worry about right now.
Yeah. Your midlife crisis is coming. It's coming. All right.
Back on Earth, Carter and Dr. Fraser discover the culprit, not a virus, but nanotechnology, tiny machines replicating inside the body and accelerating aging, which is cool in theory, less cool when it turns you into a grandpa in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, General Hammond shuts down the research due to the risk, essentially telling the team, we'd love to help Jack, but also we'd prefer Earth not get turned into a nanobot retirement home. It's so true.
Yeah.
There's actually some, voice of reason happening, like we
Obviously.
cannot risk this,
Yeah, this is another way too dangerous scenario. And he's totally right.
Yeah.
But so the fact when we find out that it is nanobots, now it totally makes sense. It's not the cake. It would have to be him getting together with her because they're nano.
She's got to have
nanotechnology.
nanobots and stuff in her
she'd have
system.
those inside her. So
Yeah.
He would have caught him from her.
Yeah.
So he caught it basically in a nanobot STD.
Yeah. I mean, don't you love the part though when Dr. Fraser and Sam Carter, in that lab room and Fraser gives her a floppy disk to look at the nanonites.
I didn't notice that.
You
I must have
didn't?
been looking down at the computer.
She
or
says,
something.
"Look what I found." And she hands her a floppy disk and she puts it into the computer.
Oh, wow. Wow. Man, that's a blast.
Brought me
from the
back.
past.
Brought me back. Yeah.
Totally. You know how many times was it one of those like smaller floppy disks?
Yeah, it was a smaller one.
Like the hard plastic ones.
Yeah.
You know how many times I had homework on those back in the day, and then it would get erased or broken, or those things would just fail.
Yeah.
So easily.
Yeah.
I mean, those were not reliable. Yeah. Seriously.
I mean, it's kind of like the idea of a flash drive, right?
Yeah, totally like a flash drive. It's the same
concept. Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was funny when she pulls it out of her little lab coat. She goes, "Here, see my findings."
Yeah, that's so funny. I didn't happen to catch that.
Yeah.
But the part where they're in there working on the stuff, the nanobots or whatever, and they start eating through her gloves, I thought that was actually a really cool effect.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. And kind of whoa,
Yeah.
No, what? Yeah, I could
no wonder Hammond's
that's why Hammond's yeah, this is too big of a risk.
And I thought it was funny too how Teal'c and Daniel are just sitting up in the observation.
We're not coming in there.
Yeah. Doing, I don't even know what they're doing.
They're we don't want to get old like O'Neill. Because poor O'Neill is just back in the planet, just getting older by the second.
Yeah. And I initially thought the old man makeup they started him with was not that good, but then it started getting better and better.
Yeah.
It was almost the older they made him, the better it started to look.
I thought they did pretty good with that, and even the way he was moving.
Yeah, he did some good old man acting.
Yeah, and his voice changed even.
Yeah.
He was
committed.
He was bringing it.
Yeah, he was totally bringing it. Absolutely.
It was good. Okay, so things look bleak. Jack is going out of existence. The villagers are still trapped in their 100-day life cycle, and Pelops is still winning Worst God of the Year. Yep. And still the people are having it because Jack is just kind of trying to convince these people.
Yeah.
This guy is not a god. He's not real.
Right.
Quit talking to the stupid statue and let's figure out something,
Yeah, and and also you find out that because he's already lived so long, he's aging way faster.
Yes.
The nanobots are making him age super quick compared to all the regular people. So, but it doesn't seem to bother Cynthia. She
seems so childlike though, doesn't she? She just wants to hang out with him, learn from him. And obviously, I mean, she's only, what was it? 30 days old or something?
Yeah.
When he reluctantly asked. And how many days is Cynthia?
30 days old.
But yeah, so he's bitter. He's a little bitter. He's trying to convince these people this is not a real guy.
Yeah, and
there is no God.
He's kind of showing them that he needs to. He kind of whips him up into a frenzy to get him to pull. They pull the statue down.
Yeah,
and So
Yeah.
breaking the statue, kind of like, what would you say? Like move past your gods kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because it's just a statue.
Like nothing's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Like kind of trying to prove that.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally.
So, but in classic Jack O'Neill fashion, the solution comes from questioning the obvious. He notices that leaving the village prevents the nightly shutdown, leading to the realization that a hidden transmitter is controlling both the sleep cycle and the nanites. After some quick problem solving and a bit of statue smashing earlier for dramatic effect, the team returns in hazmat suits, disables the signal, and effectively shuts off the nanotech. So yeah, inside that statue the whole time is what's basically controlling the people, having them sleep and wake up when it wants to.
Yeah, it's like a frequency. And they had, when they brought the statue down, they broke something. And so that's why the people didn't wake up. Mm-hmm. But the only reason O'Neill and Cynthia didn't fall asleep is because they got out of range.
They actually went further than they were ever taught to or warned to. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
The result, the villagers are finally free to age normally. No more blink and your middle-aged nonsense. Jack thankfully starts reverting back to his usual sarcastic self instead of a retired beach grandpa. I do like the SG-1s during when he keeps aging. I do like all their expressions when they see him. Holy shit, it's only been a few hours and you look like you're 70, you know?
No, that's all pretty good.
And then when they come through in their hazmats, you could even though you can't see their faces, you could just tell they're just in shock.
Well, and he has to come shuffling up.
Yeah, he's shuffling hey,
You guys figured anything out. It was good.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, and then you're thinking, well, what about Jack? Because everybody's because they're like, oh yeah, you're gonna age. You guys are all gonna age normally now, and they're holding on to Jack. He's so old he can barely walk himself. They're bringing him over to the fountain, and then nonchalantly, Carter's like, oh well, you're gonna be fine too.
You're just gonna go back to normal. Which again, this is kind of like. It's the same. It's kind of like the antihistamine explanation. They sort of because I feel like because he's aged, the reverting thing doesn't seem possible.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of the same. Well, it's a, sci-fi cure.
Yeah. And maybe they're just because it's nanites,
Yeah. They're kind of saying, oh, well, it's making you age.
So if they can do that, they can reverse it, kind of a thing.
It'll kind of reverse itself on its own because your body is really only this age.
Yeah.
So it kind of will fix itself. I kind of get it, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Yeah. It kind of doesn't make sense.
I just thought it was funny. You think that would be the first thing that they're like, okay, we saved you, Jack. You're going to be good. Instead, they're just walking out to the fountain. And Sam's like, oh, yeah, you're going to be fine.
It's an afterthought.
Yeah. You're not going to die. You're good. Yeah, a little afterthought there.
Yeah.
In the end, Jack says goodbye to Cynthia, his accidental wife.
Wife number two.
Wife number two. His accidental wife of approximately 48 hours and one existential crisis, and leaves her with a new perspective. Life isn't about cramming everything into 100 days unless you absolutely have to, in which case maybe skip the mystery cake. I think it would be hard to skip cake.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
I know.
I can tell you straight up.
It didn't even, to me, it looked like, I love cake, but to me, it looked like a thick sugar cookie, and that's that's harder for me to. Yeah, that's a bigger draw for me.
Yeah. It doesn't. As long if there's sugar in it, I'm there.
Yeah, we know that.
This is sugar.
Unless it's sugar. From an awesome bakery, you kind of have a crappy palate.
I know.
You do.
Admittedly,
we could go to the best bakery in the world and have the best pastries and stuff, and you'll be like. This is bland.
It's not sweet enough.
I just want to go get a donut, a Hostess. I want a ding dong.
Hey, the sweeter the better. So, yeah, you're right. Hey, I'll admit it. I do.
I know.
I like
It's
crap
frustrating.
candy. I like crap candy.
I'll even
too.
make yummy cookies and stuff at home. And if it has, if I made like some really good chocolate chip cookies and it has a hint of semi-sweet dark chocolate,
No, that's not true.
it's got to be like Hershey or
No.
milk chocolate. Yes.
no. You made that. You made those. You made those one cookies. I know exactly what you're talking about. And those were not semi-sweet. Those were like.
But they were still delicious.
They
were so good.
That was,
and they had like the real, kind of more real chocolate, like the chunks chocolate, not chocolate chips.
That was like,
they were like chunks with like 70% dark chocolate.
You know, the can of like Hershey's baking chocolate that just has no sugar in it. It was just basically like eating that in chocolate in chunk form with a little bit of like cookie around it.
I just had to make sure I put like a piece of Hershey bar on top, and then he wouldn't know the difference.
That was like 90% cacao.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay. Anywho. So that was it. It's a good episode.
Yeah. I actually forgot to put trivia and goofs in. So they're right here on, if you go to IMDb, you can go there and we'll just go through what they have on IMDb.
Go through some of them.
Yeah, some reason I forgot to.
Okay,
but there's only a couple.
Trivia goofs.
Yeah, let's do that real quick. So,
okay, you go the first one while I try to find. Oh, here they are.
Okay. So the title is a quotation from Macbeth's majestic soliloquy about life's brevity and death's inevitability that begins tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Creep in that petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time, later continuing out, brief candle, and concluding, it's a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. That's some Shakespeare right there.
Huh?
Yeah. Shakespeare. I guess it's from Macbeth. So
yeah,
Shakespeare. All right. Our listeners hopefully are smarter than you and me. they got it. They got it.
Let's see. Next one. In Greek mythology, Pelops was the king of Pisa in the Peloponnesus region. He was the first named Goa'uld on the series to be based on a figure not from Egyptian mythology. Furthermore, Pelops was the son of Tantalus, who was referenced only 2 episodes later in The Torment of Tantalus.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
So this is the first episode in which Death Gliders are referred to by name.
Really?
I think they did say something about Death Gliders are the ships that the
Goa'uld, the little ones
fly. Yeah, they fly around. Yeah, they're called Death Gliders.
Okay, the one that okay.
Usually Jaffa fly them.
Yeah,
like when they're like attacking planets and stuff.
I don't even remember them mentioning Death Gliders.
I can't remember what. I do remember them saying it, but I can't remember what it was in reference or why it came up.
Interesting.
Yeah. Again, the DVD orders or the DVD episodes are out of order compared to the broadcast order. We've talked about this before. This is the 8th in the broadcast, but it was episode 6 on volume 2 of the season 1 box set. So yeah, let's see. So let's do some goofs real quick. And let's see, just had to go back to goofs. Okay. Did you find them?
Yeah. There's like, do you do them all? Or just kind of? Let's just go through them.
Let's just go through them real quick.
Okay. First one. So the first section says factual errors. When the team meets the Chosen, Cynthia is the apparent oldest at 31 days. Yet since they lived for 100 blissful days, there should have been older people among them aged between 32 to 100 days. There are no other actors cast who appear older than Cynthia. There is no mention of the older Chosen living elsewhere or dying or buried, nor have they been taken by Pelops. The script doesn't account for them in any way, yet given their short lifespans, many must have died over the years. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And there should have been
that's
older
yeah.
than her. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that. But yeah, you're right. There were no older people.
And no, like, cemeteries. You think they're
Mass graves.
Yeah, mass
there
graves
would have been
for
a lot
only
of
100 days.
Yeah, 100 days. That'd be like, and for years and years and years,
Yeah.
just reproducing.
Yeah.
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 Crazy.
That's a little goof.
Okay. Daniel indicates that Pelops is what we've been saying. Pelops, right? Pelops's experiment decreases the population's lifespan to about 1/250th of normal. Carter then says that instead of having to wait 100,000 years to see the effects of evolution or interference on the people, Pelops would have to wait 100 years. However, 100 years
Oh my goodness,
is
this
one
is-
1,000th of 100,000 years. The correct statement would have been that the evolutionary changes would have taken place over 400 years. They'd have to wait 400 years to see the effects of like what normal evolution would be on a regular lifespan of a human. That's what they're saying. They're just doing the math.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
a lot of math. It's funny how it says 9 people found that helpful.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's one for you.
Yeah.
Jack tells Cynthia that the average human lifespan is 60 or 70 years. A more accurate estimate would be 70 or 80 years. There you go.
That makes me feel a little. I'd even feel a little better if that was more like 80 to 90.
Yeah.
But 70 to 80 is definitely better than 60 to 70. Yikes.
Okay, here's a couple more. When the chosen pull down. Oh, go ahead.
Zero
Sorry.
people found that helpful.
0 people. You better mark it. You found that helpful.
I have to sign in to do that. Well, it's not worth it.
When the chosen pull down Pelops statue, the lightning bolt in his hands bends and wobbles in a way that stone or marble wouldn't. Well, yeah.
Did you notice that? I didn't notice. No, that's funny,
but yeah, I figured,
Let's see. When Jack is in the temple talking to Cynthia, there are several close-up shots of his face. In these shots, you can see on the left side of his head where his aged forehead wig is attached to his actual skin.
Yeah, I actually noticed that.
Oh, you did?
Only when you paused it for a second. You paused. This is when he's the first time he comes out that he looks like he's in his 50s or something. Yeah.
Aging.
He looks like about your age. And I love you.
I hate you so much.
That's what you get for the cookie comment.
Yeah. Whatever.
But anyways, when he comes out, you paused it when it was like really close on his face, and you can see it was like kind of peeling off, but you could see where
Okay. Yeah. See the line or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
See the line
That's
a little
funny.
bit.
That's funny.
Okay, let's see.
So
when the SG team arrives, a pregnant local woman is in labor. Her husband, Alikos, says the midwife is away and he doesn't know what to do to help her. However, since their god Pelops' first law is that the chosen must never leave the village, she should have been easily found somewhere in the village.
Yeah. Where the hell was she?
Yeah.
Where's the midwife? Dude, that is a glaring plot hole.
Maybe she was helping another pregnant lady.
Yeah, maybe.
They probably have lots.
Yeah. Well, you'd think they'd have to have lots, actually.
Yeah.
For them to be. I mean, because you think about it, they're probably only pregnant for like a day, and then they
exactly. Yeah.
Like,
so you think they would just be like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. There's no way they would be pregnant longer than that.
Yeah.
So, Cynthia could have been pregnant.
I know. Dun dun dun.
Jack could have like illegitimate kids on that planet.
Yeah.
Or illegitimate kid, I should say, because they would have fixed it. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe she wouldn't have been pregnant in that way. Anyway, Daniel mispronounces the name of the ancient city of.
You're not gonna be able to pronounce it.
See, I'm gonna mispronounce it too. Let's see, Mycenae. He says Mycenia,
They're
which is
correct.
which is what I just said, but it should be Mycene.
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 Yeah, so that's
And
what I
he was
said.
saying
Mycenia.
Mycenia.
Mycenia. And it should be
Mycene.
Mycene. Okay. All right. See?
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Trivia
Okay.
goofs.
All right. So, indeed count.
Once again,
0.
0, 0, 0.
Yeah, and for crying out loud, we get it for crying out loud.
We
in this
do.
episode, we get 1.
Yep.
It's a good, and it's a good.
And it's a
place
good
for it.
one.
You know,
We get it when he's, almost 90 years old or whatever
is
he
it
is.
when he's kind of ranting to the village people about their.
Yeah, because they're putting like offerings around the statue, and he
he's
gets
just, like,
all
over
he
it.
throws something, goes, for crying out loud.
So we're at a series total of 9.5
That's so
for
funny.
crying out louds.
Okay.
Chevron rating. What would you give shit? What would this
I
be?
give this one a 9.
A 9.
Yeah, it's one of my faves.
I
have a lot of fave ones, but
I'm gonna say I'm giving it an 8. I would say because I still there. I mean, I think it's personal preference because I mean there are a couple out there that are bangers that I'm like really looking forward to.
well, yeah, but
And
you
this
can
is-
give
this- but-
multiple ones 9.
You can, but I mean that's to me it wasn't quite the perfect episode. It was almost
No,
perfect.
there's a lot of better ones, but I always have enjoyed this one.
Yeah,
so
this
I
is a
give
good
it a
one.
9.
I
It's a
get
good one.
why you're giving it a
I
9.
like the whole it's like the first one where it's like they really have this like crazy conflict from this alien planet they've gone to with Jack, like they
Yeah.
really have to try to figure something out
Right.
with Jack changing and he could die kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, oh, that's,
Yeah.
nobody would want to age fast like that.
No, that would super suck.
Anyways, so yeah, I give it a 9.
Okay. Well, why do we do the? Okay, so I'm going to give it an 8. You give it a 9. I'll
Okay.
have to. I got to write down the other ones. So keep a record of it somehow. Somehow we'll have to keep track. Anyway, quote of the episode. Do you want to do it?
Sure. So the quote is from Daniel Jackson, and he says it's kind of towards the beginning when they get on the planet, and he goes, 100-day celebration? Guess we should pace ourselves. That's good.
Yeah, that was a good one. And yeah, that was, and it basically like encapsulates the episode in a way, But yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say the runner-up episode was the rations one that Jack says from now.
the
on,
line? Yeah.
the line from now on. We're
When
sticking
he's
to
just about to
rations
pass
only.
out.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But it turns out that wouldn't even have mattered. Well,
Yeah,
we
it
think
wasn't doing it.
it
Yeah.
wasn't
Although
what-
that's probably what drugged him.
Yes.
The
yeah, they
cake.
drugged him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got
Or the sugar cookie.
drugged in the cake. Drugged by cake. Drugged by cake.
Drugged by cake.
Oh man. So, all right. Well, I think that kind of covers it for this episode.
Yeah.
You
It's a
know?
fun one.
Yeah.
Loved it.
We'd love to get your thoughts. Obviously, like, subscribe, leave us a review somewhere. Anything. We love any kind of feedback. Our email again, starx@groovydane.com. And we'll see you for the next episode, which is Thor's Hammer.
Thor's hammer, which is a good one.
I'm looking forward to that. That
Yeah.
was a good one.
Yeah.
So, that one actually, that is a good one. Now that I think back on
I
it, I'm kind
know.
of remembering what it's about.
Uh-huh.
That one's good.
Loved it.
Yeah. So, so if you made it till the end, thanks for hanging out with us. And until next week, keep solving for X.
Thanks.